Oh.
Hello, it's Mrs Wilson here. We're going to be starting to show you little videos of the recipe of the week, and the first one is a savoury dish. So this week's recipe is a curried celery soup. So a little bit different. We don't often use celery in soups just on their own, so it's quite nice to try something different. So at the moment I've got the hob on here with a little bit of 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to prepare the onion to just be sliced so that we can fry the onions off first. Just peeling back this onion and getting the outside skin off. This is a white onion. We're going to be using onion, celery and apple. There's only 3 vegetables or fruits that are actually going to go into this dish, so it is really quick, it's really simple, and just peeling back that onion. So I'm just going to slice it, nothing too fancy about that, and straight across. When you get to this point it does slip in, so you can turn it over so that it doesn't cut your finger. Okay, so that's just going to go into the pan. I'm going to cook this off for a few minutes, just with a little pinch of salt. I'm going to put the lid on so that it will wet down. The next ingredient is a red apple. You can use a Cox apple, a Braeburn, or this one actually is a Gala. So I'm going to cut the ends off, and then I'm just going to peel it into here. These peelers are really simple to use, and just going all the way around the apple. There's often the odd bruise, but that's not going to matter. It's just going to go into the soup. I'm going to cut it in half, just holding it like this, and like that, into quarters. Take the pips away. Always just have a bowl so you can get rid of all your rubbish. And I'm going to take the core out and the seeds. So the reason I think this recipe calls for a red apple rather than a green apple, just a little bit sweeter, and then that will make the soup just a little bit sweeter rather than the sour sort of green apples that you often get. And also they're a little bit softer, so they tend to break down a little bit more like a Bramley apple. Okay, so we're just going to roughly chop this. So in half each of the quarters, and then across the way. Okay, I'm just going to put that to one side. The other ingredient that we're going to use is a little bit of curry powder. Now on the recipe I have said mild, medium or strong. No, hot is the word I'm looking for. Mild, medium or hot. So I'm going to use a mild curry powder, and we're going to use a rounded teaspoon. So that would be a heaped teaspoon. Don't want a heaped teaspoon. I don't want just a flat teaspoon, which you can do with a knife. Okay, just want a slightly rounded teaspoon. So that would be a flat one, just a slightly rounded. Obviously, if you are using a hot curry powder, you probably want a little bit less than the rounded teaspoon. So I'm just going to put that on the side in readiness. Just wipe down my knife. So the celery, this is what we would call a head of celery. You get it in a bag like this. It's got the lovely celery leaves in, which we use for some recipes, but we're not going to use today. I'm just going to cut the base off and the tops. Pop them into my rubbish bowl. Just going to take away any leaves that are there. I love the smell of celery. Nothing I love more than a little bit of salt on a piece of celery and a nice piece of blue cheese. Okay, going across these pieces. I'm going to use the whole head of the celery. Sometimes you buy celery hearts, that's really just the sort of the centre part. And these little arms, just take those off from there. And just take those pieces. I'm just going to run these under the tap. They are nice and clean. Sometimes you get them, they're very soily, but these ones aren't. Okay, I'm just going to pop that on the board. I'm just going to give a little stir to the onions. Lovely sizzling sound. You can probably see that and hear that. So they're just cooking down nicely. Breaking up the slices. Okay, so to that pan I'm going to add the curry powder and the apple. Oh. Give that a quick stir around and leave that to cook down for another couple of minutes whilst we prepare the celery. I'm just going to move some of it off the board so I'm not doing it all at once. I'm just going to cut into the celery there so those bigger end pieces are chopped down. Because it's soup, you don't need to be too fancy about making it particularly small. It will cook down. Move those to the side. Keep going with these pieces. Yeah. Okay. And just make a nice pile at that side so I've got room to work with these pieces. Just a little bit there that's past its best. I'm going to cut that out. And at this end too. So I'm not doing my very chefy skills this evening. Nice, roughly chopped, and I'll just do these last few pieces on this board here. So soup with just 3 major ingredients. A little bit of curry powder. You could use curry paste. I'll give that a quick stir around. You see there that that's nicely coloured now. And to that I'm going to add all the celery all at once. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a quick stir. And to that I'm going to add chicken stock, just with stock cubes. If you've got chicken stock, you can use that yourself. The recipe says 500 to 750 millilitres. This is actually a litre. I'm just going to go down to 500 and see how much that covers the veg. Not quite covered it, so I want a little bit more in there just to make sure that it is fully covered. So I think you can probably see there that we've got the pan there ready to cook down. I'm going to bring that up to the boil, so I'm going to put it on the highest setting, which is 9 on 9. Bring it up to the boil. Once it's boiling, I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer. Okay, so we'll just bring that up to the boil. I've already made a pan of soup and I've pureed it with my stick hand blender. If you have one of these, they are really good. I haven't got electric at this point, so hence why I'm not actually doing it now. So that is the finished soup, if you can see that there. I'm just going to pop that into a bowl. I have tasted it for seasoning and I have tasted it, I've also just checked the consistency. That's the sort of kind of pouring consistency that we want for the soup. The recipe does say that you can top it with a little bit of cream or a little bit of creme fraiche, or if you wanted to cool it down, if it was a little bit hot, you could use a little bit of natural yogurt, or you could garnish it with a little bit of parsley. So just going to have a little taste, see what I think. A lovely warm soup for this kind of weather. It's very changeable at the moment. I hope you enjoy making it. Thanks for watching. See you next week.